everybody, I am here today with my baby girl who just turned 7 months old, to go over some of her favorite things and things that we've been using a ton from really about 4 months to 6 months that she's still even enjoying today. And a couple of things are going to be her favorite toys, and then also just items that we've had. So without in no uncertain order, we'll go ahead and get started. The first item that I would like to talk about are the Halo sleep sacks. So we swaddled her in her little bassinet for the first 3 months, and then when she turned, I think it was right at 3 months old, we dropped the swaddle according to the Moms on Call schedule. And she didn't really have a hard time adjusting to it. I think there was one night where she had a harder time going off to sleep, but otherwise she did really, really well with it. They make several different kinds of sleep sacks, and this is what we transitioned to after the swaddle was no longer like a good thing for her. So this one is a lightweight cotton sleeper. This is what she sleeps in most of the time, and it's longer. They make them in different sizes, a small, medium, large, and extra large, and just depending on your baby's weight, you get the corresponding size. This one, but it has little arms that it goes in. It's basically a blanket for your baby instead of having just a loose blanket in the crib. And this one, it zips up on her, and there's no, at the bottom is just whole. There's not a zipper or anything there. Halo also makes a couple of different kinds of sleep sacks. They do make some that cross over and that have kind of like a feeling of being swaddled. So if your baby's having a hard time going from being swaddled to unswaddled, they do make those. They're velcroed, and you can either swaddle them with their arms in or arms out. So yeah, they make a couple of different kinds. Like I said, this one is the lightweight cotton one, since it's 92 degrees in Georgia today. So these have been the ones that she's been sleeping in with just a lightweight little pajama underneath it. And then during the winter time, we do have fleece ones. This was her fleece one, and she's actually outgrown this size now. But it's just a thicker material. And again, same concept, little arms go in and zips up. But yeah, this is the one that we used in the winter time, and again, just still lightweight cotton footy pajamas underneath it. But those have been super helpful and something that we've used a ton. She still uses them, and I understand they even have like one of the larger sizes for when they start walking around in their cribs. They make Halo sleep sacks that have the little feet to come out of them, so that if they're trying to stand up in the crib, that they can, because obviously they're in a sack. It's harder for them to stand up when they start pulling up and standing up. But so far we love those and have been very pleased. One of the other little toy items, I'll reach down here. She loves books, and I read to her every night before bed. One of her favorites was given to her at Christmas. It's the little scratchy Guess How Much I Love You. And there's also a little teething bookmark in here, and she has chewed on this so much. And plays with it. I usually don't read this particular one right before bed just because it's crinkly and kind of noisy. So I try not to stir her up any right before bed. But she loves books, and that's been one of her favorites. And then one that just has amazed me that she loves so much is this Guess How Much I Love You book. And this is by Baby's First Books. I think they're golden books. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. But funny little story about this particular copy. This was mine. My grandmother gave it to me, and bless her, she dates everything. And so I was given this March the 26th, 1989 for my first Easter. So I found this at my parents' house, and I was looking for more reading material. And so I looked online, and they still sell this book. This is my copy from 1989. She loves it. She thought it was hilarious and like laughs whenever I read this one to her. And has really been enjoying that. But we found it, and I did see where Amazon has it, and I think it's maybe $4. It's very, very reasonably priced. Going back to nighttime items, we have the Owlet sock. It's expensive. It's like $300, so it's not cheap. But if you're not familiar, the Owlet sock has a little sensor that goes in it. You slide it on baby's foot, and it goes in these little corresponding like sock looking things. And as your baby grows, there's different size socks. This is one of the little bitty newborn ones. But there's a little sensor in there. It goes on their foot, and it monitors their heart rate and their breathing. monitors to your phone. It's a really user-friendly app, and at any time you can see your baby's breathing and heart rate to make sure that they're fine. And it just kind of puts your mind at ease a little bit and lets you feel like, you know, SIDS is a very big thing in the first couple of months of the baby's life, and you just want to make sure that your baby's fine. And lots of my friends have suggested those too, and we've definitely been glad that we had that. It's an investment, but you know, we figure it was definitely worth it to us, and so grateful that my sister-in-law let us borrow hers. Another like fun item, I should say, this little play mat. I don't know if you can see it. It's got little tags on it, and then each corner has like a fun little, like this is a duck in this corner that squeaks. And it's just a mat that they lay on the floor, but on one side it's an easy little wipeable surface. We have 2 dogs in our house, and so I fight dog hair and cleaning up dog hair constantly. And so I like that one side of this was the comfortable cotton, and on the other side it was more of like a wipeable material. I can throw this in the washing machine, and it's easy to fold up if, you know, I don't want it laying in the floor. But she is rolling all over the place. She's not crawling yet, but she rolls all over the place. And anyways, this has just been something great to have in the floor so that she can enjoy being in the floor and enjoy crawling around. One of her other toys, she's teething like crazy and has been for a really long time. Apparently babies can teeth for a very long time before actually having teeth. She still does not have any teeth. But one of her toys that she's really enjoyed for teething is a little wooden teether. They have these on Amazon. This one actually came from Wish.com, which is the really cheap website that they advertise on Facebook all the time. All the items come from China though, so it does take a hot minute for these things to get here. I think I waited over a month and a half for this one. But it's wooden, and she just likes chewing on it, swinging it around, obviously. And this one was like $2. I think they have them on Amazon for like 3 or 4. It's not very much at all. We keep multiple teethers around us all the time because she'll use one for a little bit and then she gets tired of it and then she wants to move on to the next one. Another very popular one is her Sophie the giraffe, which actually squeaks. And she uses this. This is one that's like, I wouldn't say it's her favorite teether, but it's just one like she'll forget about, and then she decides she likes it and we'll go to that. Anyways, those little animals that have the little teethers on them, she really likes those. She's played with them. She has a little turtle as well as a moose. Do we look alike? I have relocated to downstairs in my house. Layton has had a bottle and she is currently back there. I don't know if you can see her. I don't think you can. She's in her little Einstein's Exer-Saucer jumper, which I'll try to insert a picture. I would definitely say that that's probably one of her favorites. That was also a hand-me-down from my sister-in-law, so thank you, Jennifer. She's really enjoyed that. And yeah, she just enjoys playing music and playing with the little things over there. But I'm going to try to finish getting together through the last couple of things of my baby favorites. I just realized my dog is in the little baby nest that I'll show in just a minute. Just chaos, but that's okay. We enjoy it. One thing that I want to talk about is baby bowls and spoon. This set of baby bowls that I got, there are 7 different ones in tops that all corresponded with them. These came from Toys R Us, and obviously Toys R Us is going out of business, and so I'm sure you can find something similar to this though at the grocery store, or probably like Walmart or something like that has these, but they're just simple little like refrigerated, like able to be refrigerated or microwaved little cups and tops. So I will pour her baby food or whatever she's eating into one of these rather than, like, you're not supposed to feed them right out of the jar. So I will use these. And the little spoons we've been loving are the Munchkin spoons. She started taking baby purees at 4 months old, And she has gradually moved up, and so now at 7 months old, she's, you know, doing table food and stuff like that. One other teether that I forgot to mention earlier is one that my mom found on Amazon for her Easter basket. It's supposed to be in the shape of a little elephant, but it's this little rubbery feeling teether. Like I said, it came from Amazon and had gotten really good reviews, and she loves this. This is probably her favorite teether. She can chew on the side of it, or the end piece here that's supposed to look like the elephant's trunk. It's kind of also like a passy, and so she will sometimes chew on the end of that. But this has been a huge lifesaver. It goes everywhere with us, and she really likes that one. Something else that I found, this may have been 3 months old that I found these. For sure, she started sleeping through the night when she was 7 weeks old, and I realized then that this is what we needed. But these are the overnight Pampers Baby Dry diapers. They're different from the regular diapers because they're meant to be an all-night diaper, so they hold more. Because I was quickly running into the issue that she would pee through her diapers in the middle of the night and it would wake her up. And so with these, we haven't had an issue with that happening. She's still in a size 2 diapers, even though weight-wise she's supposed to have moved up to the 3. We're trying to finish up the last few size 2s, and they still seem to be fitting well. Something that I have noticed about the baby dry diapers, though, is that they are tighter fitting than the regular size 2. Like, both of them are size 2s, but these seem to be tighter fitting than the others. So I don't know if that's just a design thing or what, but she still fits into both. But yeah, that's just something that I've noticed about them. For the longest time, I didn't think these came in a smaller size, like the size 2 and ones, but I found them at Target, I believe, and they do. So just be on the lookout for those, and just to know that they exist, because for the first, I guess, 2 or 3 months, I didn't even know they existed. Something else to mention too that is something that's been helpful, but even if it had been early on, I would have been really grateful for it, and that is the baby scale. And again, this came from Amazon. This is the brand SmartWay, and you just lay your baby on it. You just do a flat surface and lay them on it. And if I had had that, I think earlier on in, like as she was born, I think I would have had an easier time, like not worrying about how much she was gaining. Especially when you're breastfeeding, you can't see exactly how much they're taking in. And so obviously now that she's bottle fed, it's not an issue. I can measure exactly how much she's taking, but in the beginning I really worried about her weight. So if I had had that, I think I would have not worried as much. And obviously if you have an old school scale, that works too, but this will just do like the ounces and everything, which makes you feel a little bit more secure. Another thing that I want to talk about is baby carriers, and I didn't know if I would be a carrier type mom or not. I have 2 different carriers here, and I like both of them for different reasons. The first one is by Wildbird. This one was given to me by a very good friend of mine who loved hers, and it's a sling. So this one's very simple. They have lots of tutorials about how to use them. This one is one that is very lightweight, and I use it most often around the house while I'm doing different things. She's playing over there. That's not an angry cry. She's just having a good time. But yeah, I use this one the most around the house. It's very lightweight, so you don't get as hot with them up next to you. And it's super easy to use. So yeah, I mean, I would still go out with this one. But the other one that I'll talk about, I have other reasons for why I like to use that one outside. But yeah, I use this one definitely around the house. The other one, this one that we purchased, and this is the Lila Baby. They're known for having several different kinds. This one is the Complete Airflow. I apologize if the sound in the background of her pushing buttons is distracting. Hopefully it won't be that bad. Fingers crossed. And maybe it'll just be some background music. The Complete Airflow one is designed to be more of like a breathable material. This one has a back support and the shoulder straps, so I feel like I can use this one for a longer period of time, and it gives me more support and more comfort. So if we're going out for a long time, or if I'm going on a long walk, then I'll use that one instead, just simply for the back support. With the sling, I feel like my shoulders hunch forward just a little bit, but again, ease of use and how fast I can get them on, I feel like I can use the wrap one faster. But neither one of them takes a very long time. Another item that I like with the carrier is that it comes with a little neck support, which you can wrap the wrap to like cradle your baby's head a little bit, but I like it if she falls asleep. This one has a little neck support thing that she can rest her head on, and it also has a shade adjuster. Do you see? That's one of the dogs. Yeah, I like that this one has a little shade thing that will come up, and you can cover them if you're trying to keep them out of the sunshine and in the Georgia heat. It's nice to have. So that's one extra little feature about the little baby that I really like. One of the other items, and I kind of wish that I had registered for this, I wish that I had gotten a DockATot, because Layton really liked, and if you don't know what a DockATot is, it's kind of like a little nest that the baby sleeps around to keep them immobile, and it also makes them feel all comfy and cozy. It's got like little sides on either side of it. But I kind of made my version of a DockATot. I sewed this one together, and it's called a baby nest. There are lots of tutorials on YouTube about how to make your own baby nest, but the reason that I wanted this was because Layton's bassinet has the sides on it, and from the time she was little bitty, she wanted her face right up against the side of it. And so when we were transitioning her into her crib, I was concerned that, you know, obviously there are bars on the side of her crib, and I was worried that she wouldn't be able to sleep as well because there's nothing for her to put her face up against. I don't have bumpers on the crib. So I saw this nest as an idea. So as I was letting her take naps in her crib, I let her sleep with this little nest thing around her, and it seemed to really help. Also, if she was asleep on the couch, I would sit with her anytime she would fall asleep on the couch, obviously to keep her from rolling off. But I would have this thing right there, and she would just nuzzle into the side of it, and it seemed to make her feel more comforted and secure. So yeah, in hindsight, I wish I had gotten the DockATot. You never know how your child's gonna sleep, but that was something that I wish I had. Last but not least is my high chair, and I will turn the camera and show you. This is the Chicco high chair, and I really like it. It's very simple to like take apart. This one's a little bit dirty, but we have done this high chair we started using when she was 4 months old, and yeah, it's just been super easy to be able to clean, and I think most all of them nowadays are. This one's not a super expensive one. It's just a standard run-of-the-mill, but I like that you could take the top part of the seat out, and you could attach it to any chair. So I thought that might be helpful for going to relatives' houses and that sort of thing later on. So yeah, so those are our favorites that we've been enjoying for 4 to 6 months. As you can tell, it's kind of busy at our house. She is moving and grooving and all over the place. Sorry, this camera's a little bit crooked. Yeah, she's all over the place, and we're enjoying it, and I love being a mom. Like, I didn't know how I would feel for the longest time, but I love it. But I hope if you have a baby going into the stage of the 3 to 6 month age range, or 3 to 7 months, that gave you some ideas or things that you may enjoy. And yeah, I'll have everything linked below too, so the ones that I can find links for, hopefully that'll help you. And that should be it. But I hope you have a wonderful afternoon. I look forward to seeing you back on this channel again. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye.